different methods. When wet brining a piece of meat is to just add all of your ingredients into a bowl, mix it together with cider, which is what we're going to be using today, and then we're going to add that into a vessel that the whole turkey can fit in, and then just top it off with water. So today what we're going to be using is 1 cup of dried chamomile, 15 whole bay leaves, half a cup of whole blended red, white, and black peppercorns, tablespoon of red chili flakes, and then lastly just about a tablespoon of whole cloves, just to give you some of that nice warm wintry feelings in the mixture. And then as far as the salt goes, there's a lot of different theories on the amount of salt that you're going to be adding to the brine. I like to use a 2% salt brine for weight, and that's actually what I use when fermenting peppers to make hot sauce or even for sauerkraut. So in order to do that ratio, you're going to need some sort of scale. So we just have a digital scale right here. I know that this turkey is 15 pounds, so I'm going to add 2% of 15 pounds in salt. And I'm going to need to use my phone to calculate that because I don't know what that is in ounces off the top of my head. So this turkey is 15.5 pounds, and there's 16 ounces in a pound, so it's 248 ounces times 0.02 is 4.96 ounces is the amount of salt that we're going to be adding. And I'm just using some kosher salt, so this is coming at just a little bit, around 5 ounces. So we're going to add that into our bowl. And then what you can also get at our farm store when we're open is a growler of any of the ciders that we make here on tap. So today I'm going to just be using our original cider. So I'm going to add a whole growler's worth of the cider to this mixture. Okay. And we're just going to give it a nice mix. Give it a nice taste, and it shouldn't be overly salty. It should taste like you're in the ocean. You got a little bit of salt in your mouth. Now that we have our aromatics and our cider together, I'm going to grab the vessel that the whole turkey can fit in. So it's definitely important to make sure you have something in your house before you start this project that the whole turkey can fit in. So, and most importantly, you want to make sure that whatever you put it in, you can fit it in your refrigerator. So once you have your container, we're going to take our whole turkey, and then it's important that if you're putting it in a vessel like this, you put it cavity side up. So then we could fill the cavity with the brine and the solution. If you put it upside down, now we have this air pocket, so there might be literally an air bubble inside the turkey that's not going to have any solution in it to brining. So once you have your turkey submerged, you can pour your mixture right in. You get a spoon to get all that good stuff in the bottom. And then now what we're going to do is just fill up the rest of the container with water until the whole bird is below the water line. So now we're going to add our water. And again, you want to use cold or room temperature water for this. Make sure it's not hot because we don't want the temperature to start to cook the turkey. And we're just going to fill it all the way up. Just like that. And now once this is done, if you have a container that has a lid on it, throw a lid on it, put it right in the refrigerator, like you said, in your garage, your basement, somewhere that's refrigeration temperature, somewhere between 36 to 42 degrees. And then you could cook it the next day or the following day, but I would probably not exceed 48 hours. All right, our bird is now in its brine bath for the next 2 days, and we're going to bring this into the refrigerator, and in 2 days from now we'll take it out and show you how to cook it in the oven. See you then. Okay, so welcome back to Brining Your Turkey. This time we have a special guest, little Lily, who will be joining us today. So now we're about 36 hours after we had brined our turkey. So we're going to take the turkey out of the brining liquid, and then we're going to get it into a baking pan or a ramekin or whatever you have in your house, and get it into the oven to cook. So one thing that's important is that you want a pan or a sheet that has about a 2-inch lip. So I'm just going to be using this hotel pan right now. And the reason for that is because there is going to be fat and juices rendering off of the turkey. So we want to make sure that we have a vessel to catch all of that. So right now we're just going to pull the turkey out. And then you want to do this nice and slow. And then being that we put it in upside down, we want to remember that there is going to be liquid in the cavity. We want to just pour the liquid back out. Just like that. And then we are going to lay the turkey into the pan just side up. Okay, so now we're at our oven. Our oven's been preheated to 350 degrees. The rule of thumb is to cook your turkey for about 12 to 15 minutes per pound of the turkey. So that's going to range between like 3 to 5 hours depending on the size of the turkey that you have. If you were to stuff your turkey, now would be a great time to do that, but we're not going to be doing that this time. Okay, so it's been just about 3 hours, so we're getting pretty close to the turkey being finished. So we're going to pull it out and take a look. And it's looking pretty close to being finished. And now we're going to take a little bit of our Devil's Harvest cider and just pour some over, just to add some liquid. And what this is going to do is, there's all of the drippings on the bottom of the pan, just like when we roasted the vegetables and the bones for the gravy. So this liquid's going to help kind of deglaze the bottom of that, so we can scratch all of the drippings off of this pan and then use that for our stock and gravy later on as well. So let's throw this back in for about 20 more minutes, and then I think we're going to be ready to go. Alright, it's been about another 20-25 minutes. We're going to pull the turkey out and then throw a thermometer in to see what the internal temp is. With the turkey, we're looking for about 165 to 170 degrees. Stick our meat thermometer into the thigh, and we're looking for about 165, 170 degrees. And it looks like we're just about there. So this turkey's good to go. So we're going to let it rest for about 25-30 minutes. Just then when we cut it, all the moisture kind of stays absorbed into the meat, and then we're ready to carve it up and serve it.